Hey guys, Mark here with Walter's World, and we are in Dublin, Ireland, and that's St. Patrick's Cathedral right behind me. You know, every March 17th we have a nice little fiesta where we dress up all in green and drink green beer and have a good time. Well, there's St. Patrick's Cathedral here in Dublin. It's one of the 10 things you definitely want to check out when you're here in Dublin. Now, like any big town, Dublin has a lot of things you're going to love and a lot of things you're going to hate. Okay, so what I'm going to do today are the 5 things you're going to love and hate about visiting Dublin. Okay, Dublin's like 1.1 million people, capital of Ireland. You know, there's a lot of cheap flights that come here. It's a good time. Now, what are the stuff you're probably going to not like so much? Because I always like to get the bad news first. Now, the first thing you're not going to like about Dublin is the weather. It's rainy, it's cold, it's things like that, it's dark, but it's not that bad. I mean, we just know that everywhere you go, bring your rain jacket because you're going to need it. Whether it's January or July, it's going to rain, so be prepared. So that's one thing you're going to hate about Dublin, the weather. Second thing you're going to hate about it is expensive to stay here. Whether it's, you know, hotels, eating. Actually, hotels aren't that bad. It's the eating that really will get you, because eating in Dublin is expensive, and in Ireland in general. Okay, but Dublin itself is not a cheap place to be. Okay. Number 3, things you're not going to like about Dublin is the food. Guys, Irish food, not that good. Here in Dublin, since there's a lot of tourists coming here, it's even worse than usual. Okay, so the food is not something you're going to enjoy. A culinary delicacy, not 2 words you hear too often here in Dublin. Number 4 of things you're not going to like about Dublin is, well, basically at nights on the weekends, a lot, you know, people like to get drunk and have a good time because it is a very good party town. But if you're here with a family or older people, you're probably going to feel a little uncomfortable in some of the areas, like, you know, the Temple bar area, things like that at night, because people do get a little too tipsy at night, like most places. So that might be something you're not going to like. And the 5th thing you're not going to like about Dublin is the roads. Guys, driving around here is insane. Now, most of the times you rent a car when you go around Ireland. That's normal, okay? So if you're going to, you know, the Ring of Kerry, things like that, you'll rent a car, have a nice time. But the thing is, when you get to Dublin, leave the car, go drop it off, and then just take the taxi or the bus in and enjoy Dublin without a car, because that harassment you do not want. So the 5 things you're going to hate about Dublin. 1, the weather. Okay, number 2, it's expensive. Number 3, the food, not too good. Number 4, people a little bit too tipsy on the streets at night. Number 5, the roads. Okay? Now, the thing is, these are just little things you can get over. There's 5 things you're going to love about Dublin, because Dublin is a great place to go. Okay, first off, the people are great. Alright? Even if I say they get a little tipsy, things like that, they're not that bad. The people are just so friendly here, helping you, telling you where to go, whether it's a taxi driver or a person on the street. People are extremely friendly here in Dublin and happy, which is great. Okay? Also, number 2, I know they're drinking, but there is a great nightlife here. The Temple bar area, all kinds of stuff. I mean, people get tipsy here because it's such a fun place to go out, have a drink, go dancing, live music all over the place. It is great. 3 things you're going to love out here is Dublin's actually a very safe town. Okay, you're not really too worried about getting mugged or robbed or things like that, because it doesn't happen too often here. Okay, so you're going to be very safe here. You're going to feel secure. You can feel like you can take your kids. Of course, like I said, at night when people get a little tipsy on the weekends, but you don't do that anyway. You don't take your kids out that late anyway. Number 4 things you're going to love, guys, cool historic sites like this: St. Patrick's Cathedral, Christ Church, the oldest church in town, Trinity College with the Book of Kells. There's all kinds of great historical sites here in Dublin for you to check out, and new things like the Guinness Brewery, which is always a good, you know, one of my favorite things to do. And the 5th thing you're going to love about Dublin is the laid-back atmosphere. Guys, everyone is so chilled back out here. Even people you think you should be scared of, you don't really have to be too scared of, because they're so laid back. So, you know, there's always that old saying, have a Coke and a smile. But when you're here in Dublin, it's more like have a Guinness and a smile, because it's so laid back. So the 5 things you're going to love about Dublin: 1, the people are great here. 2, there's great nightlife and pub life. 3, it's safe. 4, there's cool historic sites like St. Patrick's Cathedral behind me. And 5, the laid-back atmosphere of the people and the city. So have a great time here in Dublin. Learn more about Ireland or other destinations, and learn languages, all kinds of stuff at our website, www.waltersworld.com. It's Walters with an O. So check it out on YouTube or online. So have a good time here in Dublin. And one little view of the thing. Bye.